O you who, with eternal rule, command and govern the events of gods and men, and terrify them with your thunderbolt, what great offence has my Aeneas given? What is his crime? What have the Trojans done that, having undergone so many deaths, the circle of all lands is shut against them? And just because of Italy. Surely you have sworn that out of them, in time to come, with turning years, the Romans will be born, and from the resurrected blood of Teusa rise up as rulers over sea and land. What motive, father, made you change? That promise was solace for Troy's fall and its sad ruin. I weighed this fate against the adverse fates, but now their former fortune still pursues the Trojans, driven by so many evils. Great king, is there no end to this ordeal? Antenor could escape the Argive army, then make his way through the Illyrian bays, the inner lands of the Liburnians, and safely cross the source of the Timaeus, where with a mighty mountain's roar it rushes through 9 miles till its flood bursts, overwhelming the fields beneath with its resounding waters. Yet here he planted Padua, a town and home for Teucrians, and gave his nation a name, and then hung up the arms of Troy. And now, serene, he tastes tranquillity. But we, your very children, we whom you had promised heaven's heights, have lost our ships, unspeakable. Just for the rage of one we are betrayed, kept far from Italy. Is this the way you give us back our scepter? But then he smiled upon her, Jupiter, father of men and gods, just as he calms the heavens and the storms. He lightly kissed his daughter's lips. These were his words to Venus. My Cytherea, that's enough of fear. Your children's fate is firm. You'll surely see the walls I promised you, Lavinium's city. And you shall carry your great-hearted son Aeneas high as heaven's stars. My will is still the same. I have not changed. Your son, I now speak out. I know this anxiousness is gnawing at you. I unroll the secret scroll of the fates, awake its distant pages. Shall wage tremendous war in Italy, and crush ferocious nations, and establish a way of life and walls for his own people, until the time of his third summer as the king of Latium, until he has passed 3 winters since he overcame the Latins. But then the boy Ascanius, who now is carrying Iulus as his surname, while the state of Ilium held fast, he still was known as Elis. With his rule shall fill the wheeling months of 30 mighty years. He shall remove his kingdom from Lavinium, and powerful build Alba Longa's walls. For full 300 years the capital and rule of Hector's race shall be at Alba, until a royal priestess, Ilia, with child by Mars, has brought to birth twin sons. And then, rejoicing in the tawny hide of his nursemaid, the she-wolf, Romulus shall take the rulership and build the walls of Mars' own city. Romulus shall call that people Romans, after his own name. I set no limit to their fortunes, and no time. I give them empire without end. Then even bitter Juno shall be changed, or she, who now harasses lands and heavens with terror, then shall hold the Romans dear together with me, cherishing the masters of all things, and the race that wears the toga. This is what I decree. An age shall come along the way of gliding Lustra, when the house born of Assaracus shall hold both Scythia and illustrious Mycenae, and rule defeated Argos. Then a Trojan Caesar shall rise out of the splendid line. His empire's boundary shall be the ocean, the only border to his fame, the stars. His name shall be derived from great Iulus, and he shall be Julius. In time to come, no longer troubled, you shall welcome him to heaven, weighted with the Orient's wealth. He, too, shall be invoked with prayers. With battle forgotten, savage generations shall grow generous, and aged faith in Vesta, together with the brothers Romulus and Remus, shall make laws. The gruesome gates of war, with tightly welded iron plates, shall be shut fast. Within, unholy rage shall sit on his ferocious weapons, bound behind his back by 100 knots of brass. He shall groan horribly with bloody lips. The words of Jupiter are done. He sends the son of Maia down from heaven, that the new-found lands and fortresses of Carthage be opened wide in welcome to the Trojans, that Dido, ignorant of destiny, not drive away Aeneas from her boundaries. He flies across the great air, using wings as oars. He quickly lands on Libyan shores. He does as he was told, and the Phoenicians now set aside their savagery before the will of God. And Dido, above all, receives into her spirit kindliness, a gracious mind to greet the Teucrians.